Every night, millions of people check into hotels believing they are choosing between hundreds of competing brands. But in reality, much of the global hotel industry is controlled by just a handful of companies. Marriott International, Hilton, and IHG, short for Intercontinental Hotels Group, collectively control well over 20,000 hotels worldwide and millions of rooms across more than 100 countries. And the strangest part is this: most of the hotels they control are not even owned by them. Because modern hotel companies are no longer really property businesses, they are brand businesses. And over the last 30 years, these companies have quietly transformed the hotel industry into one of the most concentrated markets in global travel. Marriott is the biggest of them all. The company operates over 9,000 properties globally across more than 30 brands. Hilton operates more than 8,000 hotels. IHG operates over 6,000. Combined, these three companies account for a huge percentage of the global branded hotel market. And yet, most travellers barely notice. Because instead of putting everything under one name, hotel giants build portfolios of separate brands targeting different types of travellers and price points. Budget travellers get Holiday Inn Express or Hampton by Hilton. Business travellers get Crowne Plaza or Marriott Hotels. Luxury travellers get Ritz-Carlton, Waldorf Astoria, or Intercontinental. The idea is simple. No matter your budget, the company still captures your booking, and financially it works extremely well. The modern hotel industry runs on what is known as the asset-light model. Decades ago, hotel companies often owned their buildings directly. Today, most of the major chains avoid this wherever possible. Instead, hotels are usually owned by property investors, pension funds, or real estate firms. The hotel giants simply manage the property or license its brand through franchise agreements. That means Hilton or Marriott can expand rapidly without spending billions constructing hotels themselves. Instead, another company builds or owns the hotel while paying fees to use the brand, reservation system, technology, and loyalty programs. This dramatically lowers financial risk. If tourism drops, the hotel owner absorbs most of the damage, while the chain still earns management fees and franchise fees. And this model allowed hotel companies to scale globally at incredible speed. Marriott's rise was driven heavily through acquisitions. The biggest came in 2016 when Marriott acquired Starwood Hotels for roughly $13 billion. That single deal added brands like Sheraton, Westin, W Hotels, St. Regis, and Le Méridien to Marriott's portfolio. It instantly created the world's largest hotel company. Hilton took a slightly different route, focusing heavily on international expansion and franchising. Meanwhile, IHG expanded aggressively in the mid-market sector, with brands like Holiday Inn becoming some of the most recognizable hotel names in the world. At one stage, Holiday Inn was opening so quickly globally that it became one of the first truly international standardized hotel brands. And standardization is one of the key reasons these chains become dominant. Travelers value predictability. A business traveler flying into Singapore at midnight generally wants to know the hotel room will look roughly like the photos. The Wi-Fi will work, the shower will function, and the breakfast buffet will contain at least one suspiciously dry pastry. That consistency became incredibly valuable in global travel, especially as business travel exploded during the late 20th century. Large corporations prefer hotel chains because they can negotiate global travel agreements covering thousands of locations. That gave the biggest hotel groups another huge advantage over independents. Scale, and scale creates power. Bigger chains negotiate better supplier contracts, better technology systems, more corporate deals, and larger loyalty programs. Which brings us to one of the most important parts of the modern hotel industry: rewards programs. Hilton Honors, Marriott Bonvoy, and IHG One Rewards are massive businesses of their own. These programs are designed to keep customers inside one company's ecosystem. The more properties a hotel group has, the more useful its loyalty program is. And the more useful the program is, the harder it is for customers to leave. Frequent travelers often prioritize points, upgrades, and status benefits over price differences, which means loyalty reduces competition. Someone with Marriott Platinum status may ignore a cheaper Hilton nearby simply because they want to keep earning benefits. And these loyalty systems become even more powerful when hotel companies partnered with banks and credit card providers. Banks purchase huge amounts of hotel points to offer customers travel rewards. That creates another major revenue stream entirely separate from hotel stays. Increasingly, hotel groups make money not just from rooms, but from financial partnerships, data, and customer ecosystems. Technology has helped accelerate consolidation. Running a modern hotel chain requires huge digital infrastructure. reservation systems, revenue management software, mobile apps, customer analytics, price algorithms. With this level of technology, this is where smaller independent hotels often struggle to compete, because they can't invest to get this level of technology. Meanwhile, major chains can spread those costs across thousands of hotels globally. That creates an enormous competitive advantage, and online booking platforms strengthen the largest chains even further. Sites like Booking.com and Expedia changed how consumers book travel. But while these platforms increase visibility for hotels, they also intensified competition and pushed commissions higher. Major hotel groups responded by investing heavily in direct booking through apps, loyalty programs, and member-only discounts, because direct bookings are far more profitable. And the biggest hotel companies had the marketing budgets and loyalty ecosystems needed to drive customers back to their own platforms. But despite their dominance, cracks are starting to appear. China's hotel industry is growing rapidly, with companies like Jinjiang and Huazhou expanding aggressively both domestically and internationally. Jinjiang is already one of the world's largest hotel groups by room count after acquiring multiple international hotel businesses. At the same time, alternative accommodation platforms like Airbnb change consumer expectations entirely. Travelers increasingly want more unique or local experiences rather than standardized hotel rooms. This has forced hotel chains to adapt. Many newer brands now focus heavily on lifestyle experiences, targeting younger travelers with boutique-style design, while still operating inside giant corporate ecosystems. Because even when the hotel looks independent, there is often still a multinational corporation behind it. And that is the key point. The hotel industry looks highly competitive on the surface. Different names, different logos, different styles. But underneath, ownership and control have become increasingly concentrated. Three giants, Marriott, Hilton, and IHG, spent decades building enormous global ecosystems based on franchising, acquisitions, technology, and loyalty. And today, they dominate much of modern hospitality. Because in the hotel business, controlling the brand became far more valuable than owning the building. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the next one on screen now.